All right, welcome to News 6. Tonight is the end of another amazing week here in Central Florida. We've had a ton of things going on. I'm ready to put an exclamation point on the end of this sentence. I don't know about you guys, but my name's Matt Austin. If you have any comments about the stories we're telling or what Ginger's wearing, feel free to let us know in your comments. We'll bring them up on the screen for you.
I'm Ginger Gadsden, in case you didn't know, because Matt already pointed it out, when he has to lift himself up by putting me down.
How did I lift? How did I put
If you have any comments about what I'm wearing, you always say things
They might say you look beautiful. That's all
I'm not
people on the
asking
internet
for
only
anyone.
ever say nice things.
Yeah, there's such nice people in the comments because they're not anonymous
You're
at
wonderful.
all. Anyway,
Good to see you
this
today.
week has been great, and it's really flown by, and it's been a jam-packed week, and today is no different. It's a Friday, and you think kind of you ease into your weekend, but not today. We knew yesterday that today was going to be something else because we were expecting NASA to do a press conference on the ARTEMIS program. Our moonshot, our next moonshot, this thing has been delayed for 7-8 years now, and it is over budget, billions of dollars, billions of tax dollars. That means it's our money. Yeah. And they've been going at this thing for quite some time now. But the new administrator, Jared Isaacman, came in today. He came in hot. And he was saying the things. He said the quiet parts out loud, basically, like, we're not ready for this, and we have to do it a different way. And this is the first time in a long time we've heard somebody say, like, the way we're doing it is not working. You say it all the time behind the scenes, Matt. You're like, why do they keep throwing good money after bad? And why do we keep having to do all these fixes or whatever?
In front of the scenes,
yeah,
too.
Yeah. You do, but we have this conversation off camera quite a bit. And, you know, I'm a space lover, and I want them to just get it right. And so does everyone else, because you're talking about sending people back to the moon. It's not just like shooting a satellite up and a launch like that. These are human souls that will be on board. So they have decided to make some changes. Our community correspondent, James Barbero, breaks it down for us.
NASA's been working on these plans knowing this is not the right approach. There has to be a better way.
Artemis 1 in 2022 had leaks and lessons to learn from months before it launched. Artemis 2, more than 3 years later, has already missed 2 launch windows just this year because of similar leaks.
Launching a rocket is important and as complex as SLS every 3 years is not a path to success. A component of that is when you are launching every 3 years, your skills atrophy. You lose muscle memory.
So this is what will happen. Standardization. Isaacman said all future Artemis rockets will be the same instead of tailoring each spaceship. Rebuild the workforce. Isaacman mentioned fewer contractors and more civil servants, NASA workers. And the big one, more launches more regularly. Artemis 2 with astronauts still aims for an April launch to go around the moon. Artemis 3, also with astronauts, will not land on the moon, but instead practice docking with the hardware needed to land and do this in low Earth orbit in 2027. And then Artemis 4 and 5 both land astronauts on the moon in 2028. So that's how we go from 1 launch every 3 years to roughly 1 launch or even 2 every year.
Okay, and if you're going to have somebody who is going to tell you how to do it, you want someone who's been to space. And I think people forget that Isaacman was a civilian, and he's been to space. No, he's been to space twice. He was part of the first civilian spacewalk in Polaris Dawn when they took it up in 2024, I think it was. And there's that iconic photo of him like opening the hatch door, and he's in that white SpaceX suit, and it's just like the blackness of space all around him. So he's been there, and he has seen what it takes to get there and what could happen if things don't go right. Because we don't know what went on inside that capsule, and they're not gonna tell us, right? So he probably saw some things like, we're not ready. This is not the way to get people back to the moon. And I'm glad that they're taking their time and pushing it back a little bit and giving us more time to develop the systems that will be in place to make sure these 4 astronauts have the best possible chance at it.
It was funny because I had just written and tracked a story about how improbable it would be that they go from Artemis 2 to Artemis 3. A lot of people were predicting that Artemis 3 would never get finished.
Yeah.
So it makes a lot more sense. It's such a huge jump, my whole story, which I now have to scrap and rewrite.
Because they just,
killed changed everything. Yeah. But the difference between just putting someone around the moon and then refueling a Starship, SpaceX's Starship.
That huge thing.
And then landing that on the lunar surface with gear and putting up a settlement there. It is just such, these are things
crazy.
We've never done before. Scientists have not figured it out yet.
Yeah, and I think it's going to take a little while longer to figure out, and that's why they want more time. We had a poll today that asked people, we told them how much money that was being spent on all of this, and we wanted to know, look, is it worth an estimated $93 billion, and so far in parentheses, in taxpayer money to return to the moon? And 56% of you are saying, no, that's too much money, because you're thinking, what else could we have done?
Yeah, it's a ridiculous amount of money. You could put up like 200,000 affordable housing units and give them away to people.
It's crazy.
It's a crazy amount of money. And you know what my thoughts are as a logical person with money? I think that this is crazy. But then I was talking to a space expert the other day, and he said, okay, well, how comfortable would you be as an American watching China go up to the moon first and put a full-time settlement on the moon and have those kind of capabilities while we in America just gave up because we didn't want to spend the money?
Have you met America? Have you met us in our competitive spirit? And that's the reason that
not even competitive. It's just you're at a real disadvantage.
Well, and the other thing too, the whole reason we were first, not the whole reason, but a big reason we were first on the moon is because Russia was breathing down our neck, and we're like, we're not going to be second. At the time, it was the USSR, and it's like there was a huge competition, and we're not going to be second to Russia. And then because nobody else was saying they were doing it after that, notice we haven't been back because nobody else was threatening. But now if China or even India.
Well, the thing was with that those initial missions, we were just trying to get somebody on there.
Yeah.
So we had this, the lunar lander, the walls, not necessarily, there's an argument about this, but like the outside shield of it was about the thickness of tinfoil. They just wanted to get some people on the lunar surface. People are like, oh, well, we've already been to the moon. Why is this so difficult? We're trying to get gear, tons and tons of gear and big machinery and a bunch of people onto the moon. It's a way different project.
And so much has happened between that time and now. We know too much. And we know what could possibly go wrong. And I don't think we're willing to risk human lives that way again.
Yeah, not like we were. I
don't think we even knew what the risk was.
I'm not sure either. Okay, let's talk about the story. We're now seeing some surveillance video that led to the arrest of a daycare worker in Marion County. As a parent myself, seeing stuff like this just haunts me. You know, if you've ever trusted your kid with somebody that you didn't really know that well, this is always the nightmare. So deputies say the woman was caught on video abusing kids at Bright Beginnings Learning Center. This is in Summerfield. Before I show you the video, I do want to warn you, a little tough to watch there, you know, especially whenever I see these videos, I just picture my kid's face in the video. But we have our investigator, Erica Bergoglio, on this one.
Marion County deputies say they reviewed this video after a child who had been going there for a couple of days came back with bruises. Deputies say in this video, you can see the suspect abuse several children, and we do want to warn you, it's tough to watch. Laura Flores, according to her arrest report, picked up a child and carried him by one arm. Shortly after, deputies say Flores is seen kicking the little boy to the side as she walks past him, causing him to fall on his face. Then, when the children were put down for a nap, deputies say Flores appears to slap the child, then put her foot on top of him to keep him from moving. According to the report, Flores texted who News 6 believes is the child's guardian, asking why the child was not sleeping throughout the day. Deputies also point out in this report the suspect's own child was in the classroom, and she appeared to be frustrated about having to leave her own child to deal with the other children. Deputies say during nap time, Flores is seen on video slapping another child. The little girl falls, then Flores appears to hit her again. The sheriff's office says this surveillance video shows Flores slapping a third child in the back of the head. News 6 has confirmed she no longer works at Bright Beginnings Learning Center. In a statement, the daycare says it is cooperating with investigators and, quote, the safety and well-being of the children in our care is our highest priority. Flores faces 3 counts of child abuse. She's expected to be back in court next month. Erica Bergoglio, News 6.
Okay, I have avoided watching that all day.
You did an audible gasp.
Gander.
Yeah.
I can't believe that person was watching children. That is, I mean, these are These kids aren't even at the obnoxious age yet. They're just little babies.
Sweet, precious little
swatting them
things,
so
yeah.
hard that they fall face first.
Don't.
And they can't say anything.
You got to let it go.
They can't say anything. No, I mean, that's what we're on the show for, right? To talk.
I'm just saying, it's a trigger, man.
The thing is, like, you can't, those kids can't talk yet. They can't go home and be like, Mom, this lady
Guess
hit
what
me.
happened?
Yeah.
It's egregious.
It's terrible.
It's really awful.
Disgusting.
Okay, so now we want to move along to talk about a traffic stop that happened in Palm Bay, and it could have been so much worse than it ended up being when you see the video of what happened. And we just want to start rolling and showing you right now. This happened back on January 19th. It happened when Palm Bay police shut down an intersection for a crash that had already some serious injuries. A car pulls up to their roadblock and reverses into another police car and then just speeds up. It crashed in the front yard of a home not even 3 minutes later. Officers pulled over the driver, who happened to be 25-year-old Anthony Nunnally is his name. They pulled him out of the car. And that's when he was so confused and had no idea what was going on. After they pulled him out, he's like, what's going on?
Why are you harassing me? This is harassment. I haven't done it.
Are you that f***ed up that you don't even remember running over a cop
I didn't run over
and
a
you
cop.
crashed into some parked house? Dumb, dude.
Yeah, that's and I think they were very kind just to call him dumb. They used some profanity there, but he could have killed an officer because he hit a cop. He hit a cop. Nunnally is charged with aggravated battery on a law enforcement officer, DUI, and a couple of more charges are coming his way. He posted bond about a week after that incident.
When someone says 3 words and you can already tell they're slurring, you know something is going on there.
Well, he's on the ground and doesn't even know what happened.
Why are you harassing me?
It's crazy.
As
so
he
that
says.
officer was kind just to pull him out
He's
of the
also
car
wearing
like that.
socks and slides. I think it's worth mentioning. Okay, so today we heard from just saying. Today we heard from the teacher. So this was one of the biggest news stories of the year last year.
It was.
In Florida. We covered it a ton.
We talked to her on
Yeah.
our show.
Yeah, we spoke to her. This teacher lost her job. She was using a student's preferred name. She had argued that she said it just basically because she was used to saying it, not because she was trying to, make some political statement. Her name is Melissa Calhoun. Well, she just finished arbitration with the district. And the verdict was sort of interesting. So it sounded like the way she says that she won the arbitration, but the arbitrator was basically like, I can't make the school district hire you back. I can say that maybe necessarily they shouldn't have done what they did.
Yeah, but they don't have to take you back.
I'm not going to enforce them to hire you. So our community correspondent, Jana Manohalal, she takes a look at the story and she spoke with Calhoun today.
Melissa Calhoun had been teaching for 12 years in Brevard County when she referred to a student of hers by their preferred name. Because of this, Brevard Public Schools let Calhoun go from her position at Satellite High School, a move that led to arbitration between the district and the teachers union, with the union arguing the move violated the teacher's contract.
The arbitrator also ruled that ultimately the district did not uphold the policies set forth in their own process, according to our contractual bargaining agreement.
While the arbitrator ruled the letter of reprimand Calhoun received will now have to be removed from her record, it stopped short of saying whether or not she would get her job back.
Get to teach students, it makes me miss the classroom every single day because I really did love teaching more than anything.
In a statement, the district said, in part, this was not simply a nickname or a casual classroom interaction. It was the repeated use of a male name for a female student, a clear participation in a student's social gender transition without the required parental consent.
So there were obviously big protests. She had a lot of support. She was a teacher who many of the students have said on our air that they liked her and she was an agreeable teacher. I think it's going to be interesting to see if she does get another job. She says she wants to stay in Brevard County. I wonder if when she goes to get hired, even if it's by a different school district, if they're going to look at this and they're going to say, I mean, yeah, you
might
Google
be a problem.
her.
Yeah.
I would almost wonder if she wanted to stay in this, no matter your opinion of what happened here, if she needed to maybe move to another state or somewhere where they hadn't heard about her so much, or if they were maybe more.
But anybody
blue,
doing
something like that?
doing a thorough search on a candidate will figure out, oh, this is who you are. Let's talk about it and why it happened. The question that was answered for me today that we were asking, who reported that this was happening in the classroom? And it said a parent. We were thinking, was it a student, or a student had to tell a parent, and then the parent told the district.
So they're saying
it was a parent.
It was a parent
who
okay.
complained.
We've always wondered.
Yeah, and that was answered
Big
today.
question. All right. Well, all your fears from your childhood.
Oh my gosh.
Coming to fruition with this story coming up after the break. Somebody actually had to be rescued from quicksand. It
It's a
happened,
thing.
everybody. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to News 6 Tonight on a Friday night, where we have a story. If you were a child of the 70s and the 80s, and some would say even the 90s, you would have thought that your chances of getting stuck in or dying in quicksand probably pretty
About
high.
75%. That we weren't going to make it past 30.
Probably pretty high. Okay, so this actually, we shouldn't be making light of it, but a Putnam County Sheriff's Office, they released a video of a Jacksonville man who was missing earlier this month. They found him stuck in quicksand at a sand plant. And when they found him, I don't know if we can see how deep he is. He is shoulder deep in this. Because I know what happened. He kept wiggling. And they say when you get in quicksand, from my research, stop moving. Don't move. It's like you keep going
deeper. What did you research? Indiana Jones movies?
It's so true. So rescuers even tried to use ropes to get him out, and that didn't work. So they ended up slowly just kind of digging him out with their hands. He was in there for about 4-5 days with no food, no water. He is expected to recover and be okay, though, thank goodness. But seriously, that is some serious stuff right there. He was trespassing, and he shouldn't have been there. So he had no idea that at a sand plant that this could possibly happen.
But when you say sand plant, I picture some giant manufacturing facility. It looks like it's just it's an open field that he was walking through.
It's a sand plant, and it's like quicksand usually forms in places where the sand is loosely packed, which would be right there. And it commonly appears near riverbanks, marshes, coastal areas, and underground springs. And it's rare. It's not what you think in the movies, because it's not like all this movement and stuff, because we would have been dead by now.
I wound out. It was not quicksand. It was fast sand that I was in. I was fishing on the bank with my daughter one time.
You've been in quicksand?
Blue Spring State Park, and I go to cast, and I take one step into the water was just this deep, and I stepped into it. It was like a trap door fell, and I screamed, and I caught myself like this. I don't know if a gator had burrowed out a hole. I don't know if it was quicksand. I don't know what it was. But my 8-year-old daughter at the time thought Daddy was going to die, and I had to army crawl onto the.
You self-arrested. Okay, that's good.
I saved myself.
I mean, the real danger, that guy being out there for all that time, is that any animal could have come up to him, a gator, something, and nibbled on him.
No, it would have been stuck in the sand too.
No, I don't think so. They're not heavy. You don't sink because you're dense. You're sinking because you're moving.
Just slink out
They're
there.
glidey. They're glidey. I don't know if you've ever seen a gator move.
I don't think that's how gators work. But
whatever.
Maybe there's
okay.
For people.
Anyway, he's gonna be okay.
Pits.
He's gonna be okay.
Glad he's all right. I hope he gets better. All right. Well, this weekend is your final opportunity to ride what I consider a classic ride.
It is.
At Disney, the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The ride closing on Sunday, so that's the last day to ride it. Monday, it's gone. Disney begins rebranding it to a Muppets theme, going a way different direction with
a little bit. They're not changing the ride, though. The ride's going to stay the same. It's just the music that's going to change.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know if the licensing runs out with a certain, they have it for so many decades.
Yeah.
I love this ride. It's a great mid roller coaster for the kids.
Inside, it's great.
Indoors, it's right next to my all-time favorite ride, which is the Tower of Terror. Oh. And my kids always, growing up, and we didn't correct them, they called it the Tower of Terrorists. Dad, do we have to go on the Tower of Terrorists this time? I'm like, yes, we're going. DJ is a theme park aficionado.
Do you like this ride?
DJ, are you upset about this?
Not upset at all, but.
Wow.
There's a lot to this here, so let's strap in.
Unpack it for me.
We got a lot to talk about. This ride, I think if this happened 15 years ago, I would have been devastated. Since I've gotten older, I can't do these rides anymore.
Oh, yeah.
It is like so intense.
It's too much for you?
Yes, it is like, well, like I can do some intense rides, but this is just an old roller coaster, right? It's like
Is it herky jerky?
Yes, and the way that those bars come down, you're banging your head off the sides, like it just messes with me. So yes, it's upset. It's upsetting that this is going away. There's nostalgia there. We love this ride. It's been there forever. Muppets, it's cool to get a fresh take on this. I would have loved to just bulldoze the whole ride. Just give me something brand new.
Something fully new.
Yes. That costs obviously
that's
a lot more money.
Yeah.
A lot more money.
I mean, Disney has it.
DJ's not an accountant. Disney, I wouldn't listen to his money advice.
I got good ideas. Get me on the phone.
Hit him up right now.
What's your favorite coaster? I think we have the same favorite coaster in
It's not at Disney,
Orlando.
though.
No. Mine's
It's a Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster, dude.
So smooth.
So that I do need to go on. And I haven't been on
You haven't been on the Velocicoaster?
What?
I need to. I know.
Oh,
I know.
All right, we're doing it.
And that Hagrid roller coaster too over there.
I'm very pukey.
Yeah.
I throw up.
He has a
after
baby
many
stomach, as I like to say.
Roller coasters, but the Velocicoaster is so smooth.
You don't even know.
And you're just like, what is my body doing right now?
Yeah.
It is insane.
People say it's one of the best. So
Highly
great.
recommend.
It is great.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more DJ. You can't get enough DJ in this show. It's like cowbell.
New York has its pizza. Chicago's got its deep dish. Philly's got cheesesteaks. Buffalo's got the chicken wing. What's the food Orlando is known for? We're checking in on Reddit for this one. And there's a great discussion happening on this post right here, asking what is Orlando's local specialty. And the comments are a lot of fun to read. Like this top comment, we gave the world Olive Garden, the birth of chain restaurants, Dole Whip, ? I'm a Disney guy and I had to do some investigating on this one. It does seem Dole Whip debuted at the Magic Kingdom in 1984. Mickey Pretzel or Turkey Leg, gotta embrace the theme park aspect of Orlando. These are food examples that are iconic to people who visit and they have to get them every time they come. I don't think we have a local specialty. We pride ourselves in the diverse range of food we offer and how good it is. That's better than one singular item in my opinion. And here's a hot take. Nice weather for 340 days of the year is way better than some random food identity. So I turn it over.
Fair.
I know.
That's fair.
Okay.
There's a lot again here. We're short on time. I will say as someone new here, we're lacking. There is no food identity. I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys can.
We're finding our way.
Inform.
We're getting better. It used to just be, Darden was located here.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It was just all the chain restaurants. We
Red
had
Lobster.
Lobsters, Chili's, and all that crap.
Cheddar Bay biscuits. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I
all
like
we
a
have.
restaurant that's not a chain. And so
Yeah.
that's what we became known for. That is changing, though. We're just getting we have a good, diverse amount of
We're
restaurants.
becoming a foodie destination.
We are.
DJ.
I've seen that. I've literally, USA Today or Condé Nast or someone has literally said Orlando is one of the top food destinations.
I agree.
I've yet
It's
to see
because
it.
of the diversity. That person who said all people come from all over with their food, I love that. So
is
we
true.
get to sample it.
Yeah. Thank you for coming all over to sample our food. Have a great night and have a great weekend.
Bye.